Hello, brothers. Mm.
He said,
Woo.
"Yo, look, you gotta play that shit, bro."
you gotta play it for the stream.
Let that be the intro. He said,
This is the intro though.
It's so good. Like,
That's
it's
so mean.
unbeatable.
"I don't think anything will top that for a long time."
Like, the Thanos one is good. Like, it's good. But nothing beats Yoda sitting on the bed eating a fucking Whopper.
He's smacking on it. Why is he killing that joint? He was destroying that fucking burger, bro.
You know the burger bigger than his hands, bro.
That's OD.
The more I think about it, man.
He's over here like, he's eating the joints.
Oh shit.
Oh, I can't do it, man. This is so good. I'm actually about to pull it up right now.
Oh god.
I'm slam about to watch this right now. Where's my memes folder?
Here's what I found.
Shut up.
Damn. Jeez.
I said turn on the basement. Turn on the basement.
Hey, why you got the dude saying it?
Sure, turning off 2 lights.
Who the hell was that? Like
That was John Legend.
John Legend. Nah, I'm talking about the computer voice. Who was that?
That's Google.
Is it?
Nick, are you watching it? God damn, you slaying yourself? Because you got headphones on too, so I know you hear that shit in like 4D right now.
Oh, it's so strong, dude.
Okay, 5D.
Oh, it's so funny. Like, the beginning is literally just him just gnawing on this joint, and you just hear out of the back just that's it. Like, you have this big ass Final Fantasy VII Advent Children poster in the back.
That's nasty. I actually boycott anything involving FF7. Like, I'm good on it.
But it was a good game.
Oh,
What was it?
oh, that's not wrong one.
Did I beat any RPG?
There you go.
You've never beaten an RPG.
When I was younger, I'm trying to think of like an RPG I played when I was like really young.
Probably Pokemon. Everybody beat
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
That's not an RPG.
Seriously.
They count.
Yes, it is.
I feel like Pokemon is more of an RPG than Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, like,
I mean, Final Fantasy VII was the worst one, so.
that game is trash.
It's the best one to everybody.
It is what it is.
It isn't in my heart. I want you talking about.
I was about to say,
You
That
want
game-
to
that
you want
game
to talk?
me.
You want to talk about
Hey.
Final Fantasy fucking
Speak for
4?
me.
That shit was dope.
I think 7's overrated as shit.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
overrated.
we know it is.
I'm about to say we've
Yeah.
definitely been over this in this pod.
Number
Like,
9 or die.
2 number 9s. A number 9 large.
That's when it was on Steam. Number 9 large. Like, on Steam.
Now I got EJ.
Yo.
I got Thanos eating.
No. He said, I'm just messenger.
That's so fucking gross. Like, if you
flip it on the drink.
if you eat with your lips open, there is something fucking wrong with you. Like, I hate people to do that. There's people that do that shit, man.
Dude, the drink noise is so long. Like, he's taking
It's
like
loud
an
as
extra
shit.
long sip.
Like, I seen this chick. She was eating sushi the other day, but she was eating it like open lipped. It was so fucking weird. I'm like, what is going on? It's like rice all over the place. I'm like,
That is
come on,
bro.
man.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's
I'm getting
slam
sick.
some rice out.
I'm getting sick hearing that.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man. It's actually crazy. But anyway, welcome to another fantastical Wednesday, ladies and gents. We have made it through another fucking week. This is Crash Net Podcast, episode number 17, and I am joined by the same people that I'm always joined by. You know, we got Nick Stone in the house. We got young Ernest. And we got Greg. Shouting out for the group. My man's is getting slayed by this Thanos video right now. Thanatos.
So good.
You know. How was everybody's weekend this past weekend?
What happened this weekend?
We had a heat wave.
Yeah, we did.
Come on, that shit was ridiculous. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I stayed in Saturday because of that. Honestly, I made that trip to the mall to get some food, but
It was hot up there.
it was hot as shit, Greg.
We had a heat wave of like 110.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds nice and toasty.
That's without humidity.
Yeah, it sounds nice and toasty.
It was fucking gross. I'm glad that you would have enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
My dog took 15 steps out the house and then turned right back around and walked inside.
Son, I told you, like, what are you bringing a dog out
She
and
gotta spit and
fucking...
piss, man.
Son, that's what carpet's for.
I don't have carpet in my house.
That's what wood is for.
Stop.
Ain't that better? It's easier to clean up.
I don't want it on my freaking hardwood.
You don't got her potty trained? You got a toilet, right? Why? I'm serious.
I'm waiting for that.
Oh, God, some dead ass, yo.
I'm gonna need you to never tell me that again.
Gotta get her potty trained, bro.
Yeah, you're crazy. I mean, I just got my dog tranquilizers. Does that count?
Jesus Christ. All right. We're not gonna
Doggy
pull
Doggy Xanax.
we're not putting a lenity on the street. We do not condone.
I mean, I'm not throwing my dog.
harming animals.
That's not a harm. I got it prescribed.
Jesus.
She definitely did not get a prescription for throwing her cat or feeding it vodka. So
Yeah, that's kind of OD.
Super quick side note. Let's not talk about her because apparently people are getting banned for talking about her.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Okay, Hassan got banned for talking about like the animal cruelty.
All right, well let me ask you something. How many subs does Hassan have?
A fuck ton.
How many do I have? Like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Case in point.
Yeah,
Case in point.
Twitch don't lurk down here.
3.
Yeah.
The sewer
They don't
of
lurk
Twitch?
down in
They don't-
Brokeland,
they don't
alright?
lurk down here.
The sewer of Twitch? What the fuck?
They don't lurk broke.
My man says like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, just hiding in the sewer.
Shit's
Fighting
crazy,
crime.
man. Looking for Master Splinter. Just throw some cheese on him. But but yeah, man. Yeah, it was hot as fucking balls this weekend, and it wasn't just like I knew it was coming because I saw the forecast, but like literally everybody and their mom was talking about it leading up to this week, and they're like, "Dog, wait until Saturday, wait until Saturday." But it wasn't just Saturday; it was Saturday and Sunday. Saturday it was like 110, Sunday was like 108. It was just fucking hot as shit.
Monday was kind of ass too.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad, but
It was so gross.
yeah, it was still like waiting on that fucking rain, dog, to cool it down. Like that shit was crazy. And guess what? It's gonna be hot as fuck next week too. Like it's just getting started. But
We got a break yesterday. That shit was dope.
yep. And it was kind of decent today too. It wasn't too bad, but so
Yeah,
like
it was like high 80s.
yep. But next week we're right back into the thick of that shit, dog.
Gross.
But, I myself I worked through that bullshit on Saturday, so I was out in fucking Delaware.
Again?
Yep, burning my goddamn nuts off, dog. You want to hear something funny, dog? So I didn't realize how much money I made this past Saturday, but I guess my boss didn't look at my timesheet and all that, so he had no clue what I was doing up there. And he came back, I think Tuesday, and he asked me, and he's like, "So how much did you sell up there?" And I was like, "I pretty much sold the entire truck." And he was like, "Oh," he said, "What time did you get back?" I was like, "I didn't get back to the office till like 2." He was like, "Bruh, like that day alone, you made almost $700." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, that was like a $700 day." And I'm just like, "Oops." I didn't know. So that shit's kind of fucking crazy. But outside of that, I really didn't do much after that. Come Saturday, I like cut the lawn, but I think that's all I did on Saturday. And then Sunday, I did a lot of what's it called? Cleaning around the house and shit. And then I got Korean barbecue with Chuck. that night. And it was funny because we went to a different place. We went to some new place. I forget what the fuck it's called. It's like SOL or some shit, like Soul or something. I don't know. But
It's called SOL.
yeah. But we went to Iron Age first, and they had a big ass sign on the door that said that their AC unit was broken. So they're like, "Yeah, our restaurant is hot," and they put the "hot" in all caps, and it was red font. So we went inside, booked a table, and then left. Because I'm like, yo, I'm not fucking sitting in a sauna. And when we were in the Seoul place, the AC wasn't too much better there. It was like okay, but some people, like, as people walked in the door and they opened the door up, you would get like a rush of heat, like from the outside. So it was definitely worse outside than it was inside. That shit was crazy. Motherfucking hot boys. But yeah, that was my weekend. If anybody else would like to partake in sharing the extravagance of what they did, feel free.
I had family over the weekend. That was cool. Saw their new baby. That was cool. That's about all I did. I really didn't do anything. It was too fucking hot. I didn't want to go outside.
The heat definitely kind of fucked that weekend over.
Like, I was upstairs and I'm just like, dude, it's fucking abysmal up here. Like, it's so hot up here. So, yeah, that's all I did. Nothing interesting. Gregory.
What did I do this weekend? I didn't do much. I watched a little bit of Defend the North for laughs, mainly for Samurai Showdown. I didn't watch anything else. Sunday I went and got Korean barbecue with a friend, and then we hung out with
Sunday might be the Korean barbecue move. Everybody was getting Korean barbecue on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean Sunday's the day we always go and get Korean barbecue if we go, because you know, Saturday we're all kind of doing our own thing or we're doing stuff together, and Sunday lunch time we always go and get Korean barbecue. So and we haven't been in a minute, so we kind of went and got that, hung out with friends, played some Project Diva, then came back home and played some Final Fantasy. Any other time I wasn't doing something, I was probably playing Final Fantasy. I think I also played Samurai Showdown Saturday, and that was some jank, but good jank. And yeah, that's all I did. That's all I did this weekend.
That's everybody.
All
All right.
That's pretty much it.
All right, cool.
As you goof around with this layout.
Yeah, I had to fuck around with it, man, because I'm contemplating clipping my toes, and I don't think that'd be appropriate for the stream. Hold on, let me look at my feet. Do I need to clip my toes? Let me see my feet. I actually might be good.
Fucking Greg's face.
What, man? Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? There are motherfuckers who got feet out here that look like the Abominable Iceman and shit. You know what I mean?
You ain't got to tell me that. I'm just saying.
From some fucking, especially me coming from the martial arts world, son, I had to deal with people with rank ass feet, bro.
This is your stream. You do you,
Used
man.
to piss me off, man.
Oh, so before I forget, hey EJ.
Yo.
So
This is about to be bad. I already know. Slapping, like.
So tell me why when Greg came on the mic, tell his weekend, my man's.
Yeah, I knew that's why you were laughing. I was like, you sounded like the Yoda joint. I knew he was laughing because of that. This dude Greg got on the mic and niggas. I looked at this cam, he was dying. I was like, yeah, like fucking Yoda shit, man.
I'm sorry. I had to be dying. I was like, I had the mic muted and I was just. Oh, it was so good. All right. On to the top.
I'm done.
All right. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I actually did not do too much preparation for this week's episode because I feel like the weekend did all the work for us.
It literally did everything.
It's
still going.
I'm literally gonna call this episode D.T.N.T. D.T.N.T. Cause, yo, I knew going into it was going to be bad. Like when we talked about it last pod, we were like, "What's going on this week?" And I was like, "Yeah, Defender North is happening." And I'm like, "Has it ever been good?" And we knew it was bad. It actually blew expectations this time. Like, you know what I mean? Like as far as a tournament being bad, this is probably the biggest clusterfuck we're going to get all year.
Have either of you watched Bum's stream, that 4 hour long stream that he talked about DTN?
No, but I know that Bum was supposed to be streaming for D.T.N. and he actually gave up. Like he quit.
Bum actually, like, I haven't even finished that shit. It's just so long. But like I started it the other day during lunch, watched like maybe 2 more hours the other day, and watched me like 30 minutes yesterday, and I'm still not done. And it's just yeah, a lot went down on Bum's side of things, and yeah, a lot fuck up happened last weekend.
My question is like, how are we gonna tackle this topic? Because there's a lot of stuff that happened.
Get a dart and throw it, because this topic literally alone is just this topic literally is this podcast basically, and some.
Yeah, we already kind of we addressed that. We addressed
we actually talked about the
cat.
shit.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last week too.
Did we? No, I think last week was bathwater.
We might it was definitely bathwater last week.
Shouts to bathwater.
Shit, fuck. For D.T.N., bro. I guess you wanna go over like TOing? You wanna go over that first? Wanna hit that?
So I heard the TOing was not good. Not good. Of course, obviously I did not go to D.T.N., so I can only go by what I saw on Twitter and what I kind of watched from Bum stream, and just kind of being a backseat spectator.
First off, do we know anybody from our scene that went to D.T.N.?
Sean,
Bram, yeah, the usual DMV bums. Sorry, I love Sean and Rim, but y'all DMV bums.
Let me see if I can page one of these dudes to hop in the pod, so we can get a real life.
Good luck. Lut was there also.
I'm not.
Some of the Tekken dudes were there.
I think a lot of the Tekken guys were there.
Well, Victim was there because he got second.
He definitely got second. GM put a foot in his ass. I saw that.
He's still playing Lee, or is he? He playing?
He was playing when they played, because he plays Geese too. When he was playing against Victim, I think he was playing Geese. I can't remember. I just remember it being like, so Victim got a game on GM, and then GM just like destroyed him.
They proceeded to actually win.
Yeah, because GM was coming from losers. Like Victim wasn't winning.
Oh damn.
So he had to win 6 games. And he did. Like, after he reset, I think it was 3-1 reset, right? And he won the first game of the reset. I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. Like, it was that bad.
You did more than me, because I didn't watch any. Look, man, the schedule was all over the damn place. I didn't know what was happening. I just happened to remember that, oh yeah, Samurai Showdown starts at 2 p.m. on Saturday. All right, cool. Then Top 16 didn't get streamed. And then I heard Top 8 got pushed back. And then at some point I heard it didn't get pushed back, and then I was like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. I'll just watch Twitter and see what Twitter says, and I'll go off of that.
As far as coverage goes, a lot of stuff got canceled. Like, of course, we got the typical, CF isn't streamed stuff, but like for one, I got 2 points with that. You've got so many games going on there because they had a dedicated stream for retro games too. So like they did like
they had also Fortnite and For Honor there.
We're not going to comment on that. But,
yeah, Fortnite.
That's actually pretty.
Yo, that's godlike.
For as bad as D.T.N. was, that might have been one of the smarter moves they made, is to have a Fortnite tournament. But anyway,
was it really?
I hope somebody default dance.
I mean, there's money in that shit, man. I'm trying to build some forts. But anyway, we went over the typical, CF isn't stream rant. from a lot of people and all that. And my thing is, it's like, for one, you have so many other tournaments going on during DTN. Did you honestly think that fucking CF was gonna get streamed, knowing on top of that that DTN is bad tournament? Come on, man. Like I feel like people are right to bitch, but I feel like this time it's not warranted. You should know the mix up by now.
So let's actually talk about that for a sec, because that actually goes into a bunch of stuff on why things were canceled and why stuff happened the way it did. Because first off, CF was, I guess, supposed to stream like top 8 or something or whatever, and that didn't happen because something from this is what from Bum was saying, like CF was supposed to get like top 8 or something stream. That got held off because another game was still going. I don't remember what the game was. It didn't matter. The problem is the game was still going. So the game was taking too long. So they basically just canceled streaming top 8 of CF because, you know, the game was going on for so long. And then I also heard that CF didn't even start on time because someone had to actually get up and ask, like, yo, when CF started, because we're past the point where CF's supposed to be started. Like, he's over here playing casuals, and it's like, yo, when is CF starting? Because it's supposed to start already, and no one said anything. And they come to find out they didn't have any TOs to actually run CF. So that alone starts how that goes, right? But yeah, then I didn't know, because Friday I didn't go to my locals last Friday, but from what I heard was that you know, or this is, you know, the thing that everyone was saying is that, yo, games running top 8 at like 1 a.m. in the morning. I heard Marvel 2 ran like top 8 or grand final or something at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm just like, why? Like, why what happened? I saw Reno tweet that like a 13-year-old was in top 8 of I don't know, BB tag or a game or something.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you there. Are you surprised by that? I'm surprised there aren't more 8-year-olds in top 8 for BB tag.
All right, so we're not even gonna talk about that. You know how I feel about BB tag, but I'm just saying, like, this is I'm just saying, there was a 13-year-old that was in BB tag top 8 or something like that, and they were all saying, yo, hold off top 8 till tomorrow because dude's got to go because he's 13.
You said Reno said that?
Yeah, it was a tweet that Reno tweeted out saying that like it was a 13-year-old in top 8 in a game, and they were trying to say like, yo, just push it back till tomorrow because it's already late.
Is it Reno 13?
I don't know. You guys know Reno more than me. I don't know anything about the guy.
I know I'm definitely older than that dude.
So,
Hey,
but yeah, like they were like, yo, push it till tomorrow, and they were like, no, we're just gonna run top 8 like right now. So yeah, and that was like late in the morning apparently, or something.
My thing is like, with the amount of stuff they had going on and all that, did they really need to run the entire tournament through like that? Was it?
I mean, at that point, I guess they were like extremely behind. So
right.
I guess they were just like, yo, just finish all this stuff up now because we got scheduled for tomorrow and we can't fit all this stuff in tomorrow. And that's probably how. I mean, that's how I saw it. Like they were already behind by like hours, not like an hour or not like 30 minutes. They're behind by like hours, like multiple hours on a bunch of games, which is why like Guilty Gear is like 1 a.m. grand finals or top 8 or something like that, because I mean these games should have been done, or they should have been at least in top 8 by the time 1 a.m. or late came around. So yeah, it is and like I said, I didn't really hear anything about it Friday because I wasn't paying attention Friday. I didn't care about Friday.
I was about to say, like,
once I saw CF wasn't being streamed, I was like, oh, so I don't have to watch anything. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Did D.T.N.T start on Friday or Saturday?
So from what I understand, it started Friday, but a lot of the things didn't start on time, and I only know that because of Bum stream, because I guess they scrambled to get Bum. Andy, City of Brass, had scrambled to get Bum to come up and stream because I guess someone flaked out on him or something. So yeah, so like I guess when Bum got there, by the time Bum got there, I think they were still trying to set up the stream, and this is well past the time it should have been starting apparently. So like Arturo's trying to get his stream set up, Bum's not even set up, Bum's getting pushed around all over the place. They tell him to go here, they told him to go here, they told him to set up here, he's trying to get set up. I don't know, like I some of that stuff I won't like really super comment on because I was doing things when I was also listening to it, so I only heard bits and pieces. But definitely my main point is that like nothing started on time. Everything started like out. Like if you really want to like make me kind of like I guess have a comparison, it reminds me of like early Big E tournaments back when like Street Fighter 4 got really big and they used to do team tournaments on like Saturday. like all in the afternoon
Oh,
when
so
they
that'd
probably
be
should have
too
been
early.
doing pools. So like they do teams tournaments starting at like noon, and then like team tournaments run all the way to like 6, but then your pools start at like 6. So team tournament's still going on. And they haven't finished team tournament yet because that's important apparently. And that's kind of how I feel about that. It was like, like team tournaments shouldn't be happening, or it shouldn't be like the main focus, while pools is happening at like evening time where everyone's here trying to play, and we don't have no setups because you're still doing setups for team tournament.
Yeah, my
So
thing with that is that's a logistics flaw.
yeah,
If you're running a tournament and you're holding people up because you're having them play matches in games that are older than a decade, that is fucking stupid. There's no game that is older than a fucking decade should be holding up main tournament games. Like, whether it's a main game or not, dog. We shouldn't have people holding up an entire bracket for Street Fighter 5 because somebody wants to play Marvel 2. That
right.
doesn't make any fucking sense to me. If you want to run a Marvel 2 tournament, that's great. That's cool. Run that shit on Sunday. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not one to, like, bash the people that are running D.T.N.T and all that and their decision making with that, but it's just like other tournaments have done this. Combo Breaker has way more fucking side tournaments than whatever D.T.N.T had to offer, and they still get everything done in a timely manner. Like, the fucking schedule is on lock. You know what I mean? Like, there's no excuse for this shit anymore. Like, there's none. At some point, especially when you start to get behind, you got to start cutting your losses. You should not be cutting your losses for games that are considered to be main games. It should be these other games. Decade-old games? Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's push those games back. Have them play those later on and all that. But, like, the main game shouldn't be affected by that. There should be no reason why Guilty Gear is having a top 8 session at 2 in the morning. What major is doing a fucking top 8 after midnight? What? After 10 o'clock?
Yeah, it's a little wild.
Any game that runs after 10 is usually halfway through the top 8, and it's the last game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, we're getting top 8 started now.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
I mean, you know how New York is.
Come on, man. Now, I feel for that, yeah, but the thing is, it's like, I feel for, the BB tag people in that category, but at the same time, it's just, people gotta wise up, man. They honestly gotta wise up to what these events are. Like, all right, here's my thing. Out of 10 people, what would you guys guess is the amount of people that knew they were going into a dumpster fire? Because my guess has got to be at least 7 to 8. There is no way that many people were oblivious to it.
Well, I definitely saw people like, yo, like, this tournament's never been good. And I'm just like, well, why do you guys keep going back? Like, if 5 years in, it's been not good, but you keep going back. Like, at that point, like, what are you hoping for? After the second year, if it's not good, I've been like, yeah, I'm not coming back. Like, how many times do you need to not go, or not, like how blind do you have to be like, damn, 5 years later, might be good this time. I mean, the past 4 weren't good. Maybe they got their shit cleaned up. Like, five is definitely way past the limit. Like, 2, maximum 3. But I can understand for New York guys if they're close and they go like still, like,
right.
You're coming out of, so like, I'm thinking about people who actually flew out from like West Coast.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people went.
And you're like, yo, you wasted a lot of money for this tournament to be ran the way it was. I'd be fucking pissed. So
what's your guess out of 10? How many people do you think knew it was going to be a shit show?
10.
10?
All of them.
Everybody knew?
10.
Saying the same thing? I'm
Just
sure,
FGC.
all right. I'm sure there was some people that were oblivious and walked into the fire. Like, you know what I mean? But for the most part, we can all agree there was probably a majority of people knew that D.T.N.T was going to be bad. But I guess they went into it with optimism and they wanted to support the tournament. But D.T.N.T's been around for what, like 4 years now?
5 years.
And it's gotten progressively worse as it's going on. Because I remember the first year when it was held in that studio or whatever, it was like a porn studio.
I remember that. I was just like, what is this?
That shit was crazy.
I just remember one of those. I think it might have been the first year, or the second year, where they did the trailer. The trailer was actually good, but the event wasn't good. The trailer was great, but the event itself wasn't all that great.
Well, the problem with the first year they threw it was literally like a week or two before Evo. Like, that was the first thing.
Yeah.
But then
yeah.
Evo threw a bone to everybody and was like, yeah, we're like early August now, so tournaments like D.T.N.T and CEO got to get a little bit more shine because people that couldn't manage their finances couldn't hit both tournaments at once. And let's be honest, hitting 2 majors like literally a week apart from each other is kind of absurd. Like, you know what I mean? But with all that aside, with Evo moving to the slot that it's in now, it was giving tournaments like D.T.N. a chance to thrive. Like people could actually pay more attention to these tournaments. But now it's like people are paying attention to this tournament for all the wrong reasons. Like it literally cleared the way for a blow up, and that's what we got. I literally hopped on Twitter for 2 seconds Saturday after like I literally just stopped working. It's like 2 p.m. I hop on Twitter and it's literally like, yeah, it is a fucking dumpster fire down here and it is burning and it is not showing any signs of getting any weaker, and it got worse. Like it just got worse as the weekend went on. Like I'm hearing all kinds of complaints, dog. So the TOing situation was one thing. The scheduling situation was ridiculous. When you get to a point where one of your main streamers drops out, like that's when you know that there's an issue. Like, come on, man. Like when I heard they were like, yeah, Bum's just not streaming anymore. He quit. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was really confused.
Oh yeah, and the top of that, like he was saying that he was going to do that shit for free, and I'm like, why would you do this? Why would you do this?
Never do
like,
that.
Yeah, it like you have to watch that. You have to watch that video, man. That video.
No. See,
that video went kind of it went kind of deep into like the frustration, like that. Actually, Bum actually lost money.
Yes. Yes.
Because like not even the fact that he wasn't getting paid. Like my man wanted him to like pick us some cores, like some HDMI cores and some other shit. I'm just like, yo, like, and you agreed to do this for free? Like, are you crazy? Like you are stupid right now.
Anytime you are doing anything for an event, dog, if you're not getting hooked for like registration or anything like that, like if you're volunteering on all that, if you're not getting hooked for that, or if you are contributing to the event, such as like social media and such, you're streaming, you're a commentator, if you're not getting paid for that in this day and age, you are getting screwed, my friend.
And funny enough, that actually kind of brought up another, it didn't really bring up, but I saw another convo about that with Evo and people doing they asking for volunteers to judge, and then somebody was like, y'all need to pay these people now. Like, you can't be this prestigious tournament and you ask for volunteers to run brackets. Like, you gotta pay these people.
You're literally running brackets for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, and James Chen's like, man, he's like the free food and the blah 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 that you get is actually worth more than the money. I'm like, no, that doesn't work. Like, okay. And then on top of that, you still gotta pay to get in the Sunday. Like, whoa,
true.
This don't add up right now.
I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in there with that, right? So I can kind of see both sides of it. I could see James Chen's perspective where he's like, they're getting food and they're getting, the little accolades and all that stuff and all that. I can understand that. But at this point where we've gotten with this tournament, for Evo to improve, we need to have a better quality of people like behind this shit. Because with the people that are volunteering, you're literally getting what you pay for. You know what I mean? These dudes are working for free. They're getting food, compensation, a t-shirt, whatever, right? But then we got motherfuckers getting DQ'd, like being 2 seconds late to their pool and shit, and it's like fucking the logistics of the tournament up because these people don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean? I understand it's a huge tournament, but there's got to be a better filtering process to get competent people involved, if that makes sense. And once we have that core pool of competent people that are behind that, I have no problem with paying them. Like, I would. It's worth it at that point because then we won't have the screw ups. Like, it's worth spending the money not to have the screw ups. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally the progression of like humanity. It's all about upgrading, getting better. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be backsliding, especially with an event that's been around for over 15 years or so. So I can't really say that for Evo, but for going back to D.T.N., I can understand both sides of it from where Bum is saying, for like him wanting to do it for free because out of him streaming a major event, he gets the notoriety. You get that, right? Mm-hmm. But he already has it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the House of Chaos is known. Like, people all across the U.S. know about the House of Chaos. So he definitely should have off rip been getting some type of check, like, for free. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, that should have been what enticed him to do it in the first place. Not be like, yo, you could probably get some clout by streaming this shit. Because if anything, I want to say his birthday tournament is more like notarized than fucking D.T.N.
Yeah, he was actually he actually brought up his birthday tournament a bit in that video, and how he had to like kind of work hard for it despite already having the notoriety and whatnot. And Yeah, like you have to watch that video. That video just kind of details a lot with
Yeah,
DTN and just marketing yourself and a lot.
I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have some free time. So I usually watch his stream. He does
Mhm.
his little Thursday night like Rambad thing or whatever. But I think because those are getting kind of boring, I think instead of watching that, I'll probably watch the DTN recap.
So, y'all want to hear this? Y'all want to hear this shit from Dr. B about Justin Wong?
Hold on, was he there?
Yes, he was there.
Dr. B? Yeah.
He was definitely there.
Oh, I'm mad. So Justin, he posted a picture on Twitter, right? And it had all the stuff that he won over the course of the weekend. It was like a bunch of medals and shit.
Yeah.
And the one thing that actually looked good at everything, he got a fucking plaque for winning CVS 2.
Yeah.
Like, why are we getting plaques for games that are old as fuck?
Because
Like,
the community provided that one.
Ugh.
Yeah, it wasn't the fucking whack ass caught off the
DTN,
goddamn Bay Bridge.
like fucking manhole
medals.
cover shit.
Yeah. So you want to hear this shit? That's actually pretty good.
Okay, let me hear what he has to say.
All right. So start off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crying, laughing emojis. Oh, it's gonna be okay, Justin. LOL. We saw you get bodied in your known, in quotes, best games. Hey, I lost in mine. Got D.T.N.T 2019 top 5 CVS 2, top 10 Samurai Showdown, top 10 in Vampire Savior. But you don't see me crying about it or the flaws of the event. LMAO. You sure weren't complaining a CEO or combo breaker? The conditions and terrain are a part of the game. LOL. What a big baby. Everyone don't listen to him and support Defend the North and City of Brass for holding an amazing tournament. So many fun memories, upsets, lessons learned, and new friendships and rivalries were made. One of the funniest tournaments of the year. The hotel didn't give us all that we needed in certain aspects, so that's a huge part of it. We all know the one place you won't be, Justin Wong, and that's EVO 2019, in all caps. Capcom versus SNK2, CVS2, LOL. Unify the titles or be the real S-Groover and dodge that shit. Lots of people are gunning for your head, so how convenient that you're going to be so busy that you can't play in the most important FGC tournament on Earth.
Wow.
Hashtag, who's the bigger bitch here? And then it's signed Dr. B, aka Galaxy B of Strike First Gaming.
That guy is a meme. Like,
he got himself banned, or not banned. He got himself I guess timed out on the CBS2 page.
Good. Like, that shit is OD. Can we talk about the DTN stands? I literally logged on to Facebook for the first time in like 6 or 7 years.
So you can do the alien thing?
No. I should have. But like for the first time in forever, right? And the first thing I saw when I opened that shit up was Curtis standing DTN.
No, he was the whole time he was talking. Like I saw, he was shitting on it. It might have been maybe the ones you saw were like at the beginning.
Maybe because the one
like,
I saw,
like day one.
Yeah, the one I saw, my man's was like, you know, it's disheartening to see all these people talking bad about DTN and all that. That's the first thing I saw, and I'm like, yo, come on, man. A spade is a spade at this point. We can't stand this shit, dude. Like, I'm for one cannot stand by and see fuckery and just let it go rampant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for Dr. B to say that shit, what clout does he have to be saying that dumb shit?
I honestly wish, like the one he posted in the CVS2 group, he had like some shitty picture, like I guess is like an emblem of DTN, and then the next photo was him doing like an Akuma pose in the DTN staff shirt, and
it's a troll. Like you can't take somebody like this seriously.
And everyone's like, dude, you can't shit talk all these people in the CVS2 group, and you're like nut hugging DTN. Like you can't support an event and be like, oh, you know, I'm the rep for DTN, and then like shit on all these people for being like, look, dude, the event was ass. Like it was cheeks. And he's like, no, y'all are some fucking pussies. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, Jesus, dude. And then my mans came in, locked the thread, said, yeah, you're getting a 30-day ban. I'm like, it was nice knowing you.
That shit is crazy, man.
It was nice knowing you, brother. So in 30 days, I will return to the CVS2 group to see what he has to say.
That is OD, man.
He also posted his SoundCloud.
Wow. Why am I not surprised by this?
I kind of want you to play it because it's pretty trash.
Ah, jeez.
I gotta find it again. Hold on.
Does this guy? He only play CVS2? Like CVS2? Like?
He plays like other stuff, but he's in his mind, he's like, God damn it, I can't find it. Hold on.
Like,
he's
bro?
like, yeah, he's like, he thinks he's like the CVS2 god because he's won like 3 medals.
Bro, it's
but
not 2005 anymore.
he won. Okay, so he won NEC, and NEC had 9 people,
Wow.
and
We
he got
talking
a
about
medal.
Dr. Beat still?
Yeah, we're still talking about Dr. Beat.
So funny thing about that, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, funny thing about the DTN brackets is that apparently, he was I think he was running the brackets also. So
yeah, he colludes.
Yeah, so he made himself first seed.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
over Justin. Over Justin.
This is the shit I'm talking about, man. We need to pay people. All right, son. That's like us having a CF tournament, right? And then Allen's running the brackets, and he puts himself in the tournament, and he's first seed, like fucking Stickbug. Like, what sense does that make?
Dude, this dude has been doing this for like the last like year or so now, like year and a half, maybe 2 years, and everyone's like calling him on it, and he's getting mad. And he's like, I don't do that. Everyone literally pulls the bracket up and is like, bro, you're at the top.
That's some fuckery, yo.
And he's like, no. It was random seed. I'm like, okay, so you're telling me every random seed you're at the top? You hit that random button, that joint just says, Dr. B, #1.
It's a coincidence.
Yeah, or in Kyle's words, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's definitely a conspiracy. My man just happens to be the best, so he deserves that spot.
Ridiculous.
That shit's
So
crazy, bro.
yeah, so now he will be at Evo to win the most prestigious CVS2 tournament known to man. He was the only. I'm sorry, hold on, I gotta do air quotes for this. He was the only American in top 8 at Evo Japan.
He was the only one there.
Yeah, exactly. He was like the only one there.
Anybody fucking going over to play CVS2, dog? Let me tell you something right now. If you haven't won shit in CVS2 prior to 2012, I don't want to hear shit from you. Like, if you're winning shit after that, it don't fucking matter.
This dude, it was so good. This dude literally went over. He's like, yeah, I mean, I was the only American in top 8. They pulled up the like 60-man bracket. And they're like, okay, let's analyze the brackets here. My man's is in the first pool. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's cool. Has no killers in his pool. Nobody good. Everyone is trash. You look at pool like 2 through 6. It is stacked. And everyone's like, okay, so you got a really easy pool. Dude literally gets up for his first game, gets shitted on. Whoa. And he's like, oh, top 8. I'm like, top 8 don't get you a medal, ugly.
Yeah, well, I mean, in some tournaments it does, but
I mean,
not here.
Yeah, that's
in this sense.
Yeah, that's the hand-holding tournaments.
Yeah, I can't stand people that gloat about beating up on guppies. Like, I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know. All I gotta say about that is the shit that he's talking about and all that is not fucking relevant, and I feel like he doesn't have the clout to say the shit he does. Like, I don't know, it's stupid. It's really dumb. Like, it is what it is. Play a newer game. All right, like
he does play Samurai Showdown.
Is he good at it? Did he win it? Did he win that?
Of course not. Are you crazy?
Who the fuck won Sam Show? At,
Chris G. Chris G got
that
first.
Makes sense?
Chris G got first. Justin got second.
That makes
Reno
sense.
Got third.
That Reno.
Yeah. Reno plays a good character. Reno plays a good character.
So hold on. So when he played against Justin and Chris G, what happened to him?
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch Top 8.
We gotta watch the archive.
Yeah, I was like, wow, Reno got third. Like what?
But he better than Dr. B. Apparently, that's what the bracket says.
Yo, I would definitely put Reno over Dr. B.
Oh shit, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, like you crazy.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm playing CVS2. I don't know. That shit triggers the shit out of me. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I'm so mad they deleted the fucking post. Oh, I want his freaking SoundCloud.
That's so
Why?
Because
I heard a lot of people.
It's so bad. It is so bad.
You heard I'm zoning, right?
I heard a
Here
lot.
I'm zoning.
Anyway, I heard a lot of people complaining about Justin Wong holding up tournaments and shit like that, and I'm like, bro, we got more than enough people in this event to not run into bracket issues because of one player. So
There's definitely other issues going on with that game.
I found it.
Stop.
This motherfucker, he's in a troll state of mind right now.
I can't, dude. It's honestly like pretty good. Like, hold on, I gotta hit the album. Hit this play button. Hit this share.
Man, we do not have albums on SoundCloud.
Yeah, they do.
If you're a SoundCloud rapper, that is a mixtape. That is not an album.
Oh, sorry. I hit the mixtape button.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. I'm gonna need you to hit that play button on the stream. You might get yourself demonetized because he probably has it as a.
Is this what the guy looks like?
Yeah.
You never seen Dr. B?
I'm
You
not.
never see Dr. B?
I'm not clicking on this shit.
You want
My
his
man
Instagram?
looks like no.
Dude's
I'm good
a
on
clown.
that. This dude
Dude's a
looks
clown.
like he kind of looks like if Sanford got stung by a couple of bees. Don't link it, son. Stop.
Dude's a clown.
All right. Like this shit's getting out of control.
He's a clown, man.
Son, you see the parental advisory in the kanji? No.
Hold on, what?
So I can't take this shit seriously, man. I'm good, man. Oh my god.
Can you at least put this up? I'm actually being serious.
I will link everybody the link. I will give them that.
Hold on. Share.
I will give them the link.
Copy link here. No, you got to at least put the picture up.
All right.
So I thought that was Capsule Court. I don't know what.
Oh my god, this Bama. He always be striking that fighting pose. I never understand why. Like, I'm like, who are you gonna fight?
That watches.
You playing fighting games?
That watches.
Oh, I got a picture with Red.
I think. All right, we gotta talk about something else. Fucking Dr. B has hijacked the podcast. Like.
I don't know what this dude is.
Why does he have a picture with Rev? Oh, that's so good. This joint just says Sanrio Rev and DJ Galaxy B.
Son, this shit is like this dude is like a low key FGC Little B, man. That's the shit it remind me of. It's like a low key FGC Little B. Like honestly.
Yeah.
Like I saw the picture and that's the first thing I thought about was Little B. All right, man.
Parental advisory.
All right. Oh, and the kanji? It's on the SoundCloud link.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Hold on, somebody listening to that shit? Hey, somebody's listening to it.
It's definitely EJ.
Not I.
Yeah,
Did you skip forward to the
I'm
beginning?
good on that shit, man.
You gotta hear him rap.
I'm not curious.
Next topic.
Right.
No.
All right. Anyway. So yeah, a lot of people were complaining about the venue and all that. I can't comment on because D.T.N.T is held in upstate, right? Is it in upstate New York or is it in New York, like New York City?
Probably upstate.
No, it's New York.
So it's New York City. Yeah, I can't really comment on the hotel situation when it comes to New York City because we've all been there before. So I don't know what he had to choose from when it came with that. Because let's be real, tournaments are a blow up when it comes to finances. Like it can definitely make or break you. But I know there are a lot of TOs that manage majors out there now that are willing to help with that. Not necessarily like by financial means, but like better strategies to run events and make them successful. I literally saw the dude Rick behind Combo Breaker on Twitter the other day talking about this, and Jabali was talking about it, and then Alex Valle started trolling. Like he was saying some like really smug stuff. I don't know if he was just trolling to be an asshole or if he was actually like just bringing negativity in. Like he didn't add anything to it, but anyway, there are people out there that run successful events that are willing to help if you are there to ask them. So I can't even say that financially, you know, that's an issue where it's like we have to book a shithole of a venue for a tournament. Like, you should never have to resort to that. You know, if I was gonna run a regional, if I was gonna run a major, I'm not gonna put people up in a shithole. I'd rather just not do it. Like, I would wait until I have the funds or the means to run it in a place that's comparable for everybody, because we've seen it a million times. Everybody remembers the one year where, what was it? Was it Apex, where the fucking ceiling collapsed in the hotel and shit? We remember that, right? Then another major, it fucking flooded. I want to say it was a Winter Brawl or something. Like, there was fucking flood damage. It actually might have been a Smash event. I don't think it was Winter Brawl. Something recently, like, the actual hotel was like legit underwater, bro. Like, the fucking roof caved in, and fucking water was pouring down, and it was a fucking horrific show. And they had a bunch of like videos on Twitter and Instagram and shit.
Oh yeah, that was a recent one.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember what tournament it was, but it just happened, like, not even a month or two ago.
Texas Showdown?
Was it Texas Showdown?
I think it was Texas Showdown.
But like, right, we're at a point now where people, this shouldn't be like. I can understand when the FGC was first good, like, starting up. Like, motherfuckers was playing in hallways back then. Like, you know what I mean? Wherever we could get in, we got in. But now that we're on, you know what I mean? There is no excuse for people to have to deal with these type of circumstances and all that. So, blaming the venue for a lot of the issues and problems with D.T.N. is definitely not an option here. We can't deflect onto the venue. They can only take but so much blame for this. Like, come on now. We gotta take responsibility. Was there a statement or anything that came out of this, or are they like trying to sweep everything under the rug?
So that was most people's that's what everyone kind of wanted, is that they wanted at least like a statement on the whole ordeal that happened Saturday with the death, or just the fact that the tournament itself was shit. And
at least we get an acknowledgement.
Bum brought it up on how, like, City of Brass didn't say anything on the death. Like, I actually went in his Twitter Monday to see, like, so I went over the weekend to see if he said anything or if anyone said anything. He didn't say anything. So Monday came, and I checked after I heard about, after Bum had brought it up, and he went to his page and it didn't say anything. And ironically enough, he said something, but I was like, yo, it's way past the fact now. Like, I guess it's better than nothing, but
right.
Where was that Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning? Like, I didn't find out about the death through City of Brass or from any of the, like, D.T.N. accounts. I found out from people who were there. All right, so I actually found out from the Louisiana boys. They were actually saying, rest in peace. And I didn't think it was somebody who died from D.T.N. or from an event. I just thought it was somebody who just passed at home, that just randomly passed at home.
That was the impression I was under when I first saw the tweets too.
Yeah, so then I saw the name, and I was like, this name was familiar. I was like, yeah, like, wait, this guy was just on stream at D.T.N. for playing Samurai Showdown. Like, what happened? And, people were trying to piece together what's going on. Like, some people are saying it's freak accident. Some people are saying it was a heat stroke. No one knows yet, but the point is, I found out from everyone that wasn't part of staff at D.T.N. And, some people were saying, oh, he's not saying anything because, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, man, like, you could definitely send your condolences to somebody over Twitter and let people know and, not be, like, affected by the law. Like, you can definitely do that. People do that all the time when they die in the event or someone passes. So, nothing came out of it until, like, maybe like Monday morning or Monday afternoon. And I feel like that was only after everyone else kind of blew them up about it.
The backlash.
Yeah. See, it was just like, all right, well, I got to put something out now. And I was like, well
that's a tough situation to be in for any organization.
Yeah. But, like, you gotta at least acknowledge, like, yo, you're running the event, and if someone passes at your event, you gotta at least say something to people on Twitter.
What do you think, like?
Okay, hold on. Before you finish, right? I'll put my 2 cents on. I understand both sides of this. The guy did not pass in the venue. Like, the whole ordeal with, like, the quote unquote heat stroke and all that. Like, he was showing symptoms there, and he actually passed away in the hospital. But we see this at any time, right? So when Win Zero died, right? At literally the next final round, like, he didn't even pass at the event. They had a presentation for him, you know what I mean? And they said their condolences and all that, he's gonna be missed and all that stuff. This guy that passed around the DTN event and all that. He's part of our community. Like, he's supposed to be one of ours. Like, we're the FGC. We're supposed to be like a family. We're supposed to be knit, or at least that's what we portray to everybody, right? I feel that if he would have died in the venue, then City would have been pressed to have some type of statement that night. It'd have been whatever. But I guess he thought because the guy did not pass away inside the vicinity of D.T.N., he wasn't obligated to say anything. But at the same time, we're the FGC, like, we're a community. There should have been at least some type of acknowledgement because this dude was fucking with your event. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not gonna throw waifu wars and then fucking I don't know, fucking Drizzy like leaves the event and gets in a car accident and dies, and then I'm just not gonna say shit about it. I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? This motherfucker, he was supporting the event and all that, and I really appreciate that, and he was a good dude. You know, I'm gonna say my condolences. But waiting 3 days after the fact, like, that is something even I wouldn't do. Like, come on, man. Like, this dude was attending your event. I feel like at that point you're obligated to at least say something.
Say something.
You know what I mean? You don't have to, like, you don't even have to address the quality and conditions of what was going on in the venue. Like, he didn't have to come out and say, like, yeah, we could have did this better, we could have did that better. He didn't even have to do all that. We're not asking for that. But at least acknowledge that, you know what I mean, this dude is gone. Like, come on, man.
What type of message would you want, like, that day? Because
That day,
the reason I ask is because the way I'm thinking about it, and if they were to put this out, it would have caused more controversy. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I
you
mean,
look at it though.
that's-
Regardless if he said something or not, it was going to cause
it's
controversy.
going controversy, right?
It was
Like,
already at that point where, regardless if he said something or not, people were going to talk about it.
it's
Right.
more
Like,
damage control at that point. Like, how much do you want it?
yeah, but you
Whether
don't,
it be controversy or not.
at the time that you're figuring it out or you find out about it, it's not damage control. It's a reaction.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if he'd have just said his condolences, like, he didn't need to necessarily involve DTN in it at all. He just could have been like, you know, unfortunately, you know, during his attendance of, you know, Defender North and all that stuff, so passed away. He didn't have to get a cause of death, like, and, you know what I mean? We're sorry to his loved ones, stuff like that. Like, something simple. It didn't need to be, like, you know what I mean, crazy. I feel like if he did something like that, people wouldn't be as upset as they are.
I
Like, they definitely
understand,
wouldn't
but
have
that throws so many question marks into the fray, and that's why I think they avoided it.
I mean, I'm throwing a lot of question marks now.
been. Now, right. Like,
And
you know what I mean?
that's
After the
the
fact.
thing.
It wouldn't have mattered.
People were speculating by themselves versus the actual organization putting out a message.
Look, I know what you're saying,
Okay,
but
let
like
people, let
either
people
way,
speculate.
yeah,
Right,
I'm saying
because
either way,
eventually,
it was gonna come to that.
right, eventually
Yeah,
the facts
They
are
would
gonna,
have to say something.
yeah,
have
eventually if the facts are gonna come out anyway, because literally the next day, like Sunday, the first thing I wrote on or I saw on Twitter about it was that he passed away in the hospital. So I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. If anything, I doesn't say it necessarily clears DTN, but at least he did not pass in the venue. That is a like omega bomb. Like if he would have like passed away in that hotel, that'd have been terrible. That'd have been really bad.
Yeah.
But you know, knowing that he was in actual medical care, like let's say that dude collapsed in the venue, right? And they didn't call anybody, and he just like there, and then he passed away. Like it'd have been an issue, but he was at least in medical care when the shit happened. So I don't feel like it would have been too much of a backlash or anything from the community if City would have had a statement and all that. But you gotta at least acknowledge it. Like at the very least, acknowledge it. Come on, man. Like we're better than that. Like we're better than that, man. Just to be like, oh, you know, like him not saying anything is making it seem as if it never happened, but everybody knew it happened. You know what I mean? Like it was already a wildfire. I'm sure by, if not the end of Saturday night, by Sunday morning, a majority of the FGC knew exactly what the fuck was going on with that situation. Like not necessarily details per se, but they knew that the dude died there. You know, that's my take on it at least. That's my take on it at least. Like,
It's rough, like, cause you gotta think about it. In an instance where somebody dies at any type of like school environment, right?
okay.
Everybody knows about it. People are probably tweeting about it. Whatever, you know, people are fucked up as far as social media goes. They'll tweet anything and everything. So that news is already out, and just like the FGC, they already knew about it. All these students, right? I'm just
Right.
giving an example. But the parents of whoever the deceased is or the hospitalized, they get contacted first. But the school's not going to put out a message until something happens. And I'm not trying to. I'm trying to compare two things because I'm trying to
Well, no, I understand what you're saying,
just bring like an overview
Right.
to the whole situation.
but with
Like
most
it's a really tough situation to be in, and I understand they're not a school, they're not a
Right.
typical organization, so they're they're not gonna fret if they put out a message that the day of, but they didn't, because I think they're kind of looking at other organizations to see how they handle these situations, because I'm not going to say they want to be that, but they're trying to take the procedures to emulate that.
Well,
in a way.
I'm gonna say something. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, and the reason why I say that is because these motherfuckers can't even run pools right. So how they
Right.
gonna look at themselves as an organization professionally when we can't even do the simple shit right?
Honestly.
Honestly, I think this shit happened and these motherfuckers panicked and they didn't know what to do. You know what I mean?
I can see that as well, definitely.
Like
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, like just playing
I
devil's
wouldn't.
advocate with the whole situation.
I'm saying it's a no way thing because it's like with schools, like if something were to happen, depending upon the severity of it, at worst they would have a statement the next day. Like it wouldn't be 3 days later. Like worst case scenario, let's say that there's like a violent act at a school. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10 they're gonna have a statement that day. Like if not that day, the next day. They're not going to be like, we're not going to have a mass violence incident happen at a school, and then the school put a statement out a week later. Like that's
not happening.
That's never happening. You know what I mean?
Like everyone go crazy, literally crazy finding out about it. You know they know about it. You can't wait a week.
And then
After
the thing is,
honestly, they wait a few hours
Right.
at max. Like,
right.
For the whole entire situation where that dude was running around campus with a knife, they put out a statement within 2 hours.
Yep.
Within 2 hours.
And then the thing is like the statement doesn't need to be anything too complex, right? Like they put out a generalization of it because they don't have all the facts yet, and then at the end they're usually like, yeah, as we get more details, we'll update people. Like they say that.
Exactly.
That is cool. Like it's cool to do that. That I feel like that avoids a majority of the heat if that's what you're worried about. But if anything, I feel like the people that are probably the most hurt about the entire situation are the loved ones. You know what I mean? Because they're
exactly
like I can't say that they're actually trying to sweep it under the rug, but the way that they handled it and the way that they handled the press about it makes it seem that way. You know what I mean?
Let's just say that this event, right? They put a statement out just like that. Oh, more details later on this after they give the 5 W's real quick. Okay. That's it. Just the 5 W's, and we'll give more details later. Honestly, I think that can go either way at that point, and I think that's why they were afraid to put it out.
It's gonna go either way, regardless. Like there's no complete right way of doing it. You
no,
just have
not
to realize
at all.
there's going to always be some backlash, regardless if it looks right, is right, seems right. Like there's just not. It's never perfect. You just have to understand it's never going to be perfect.
Yeah.
So but I mean, saying that, you could at least lessen the backlash you get by saying something. As opposed to just not saying anything and get all this backlash, and you're still quiet despite getting all this backlash, and then like, oh shit, now I should probably say something. And it's like, well, all the backlash is out now. Like,
so they didn't say anything until Monday.
City didn't say anything until Monday.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yes, kind of crazy. Like D.T.N.T is an organization. I don't know if they ever said anything. Do they have an official D.T.N.T account or anything on like Twitter?
I don't know. I don't know. Anytime it's D.T.N.T, I've been ignoring that for 5 years for a reason, because like what happens at D.T.N.T?
Yeah, like I said, I just remember the first one, and I remember how bad the first one was, and I really didn't have an interest to go anyway because it was bad timing because of how close it was to Evo, and then it's like the second one happened, and the second one was bad, and I'm just like, all right, so this is a trend. Like I'm good on that. I have no desire to go to this tournament. I feel like some people get like a tournament high, where like they feel like they have to feel obligated to go to every event that's out there. But people need to understand and realize that you don't. And I can account for that because there was a period of time where I literally tried to go to pretty much everything, whether it was good or bad. Back when I was really hungry to play games and stuff, but. There's got to be a standard now, man. Like, times have changed. It's not, the FGC isn't what it used to be, and not even just the FGC, but, like, the world, right? So it's like we need to take precautions to make sure we're in the best situation to be cared for as human beings, right? Like, a human being's safety should never be in question at an event at this point. Now, I understand that things happen. The world is a crazy place. But before something like that pops off, I want to feel at least, safe. I want to feel treated well. I've heard 50-50 stuff on the hydration situation at this tournament that may or may not have led to the passing of this individual. I'm hearing from a lot of people that you were not allowed to bring drinks in the venue, which I mean, to be
I,
fair,
I can shed a little light on that.
to be fair, majority of events now don't let you do that. There's only a handful that do. But then I was hearing from other people that there were water stations in the venue.
So there's a mix here because I heard that they weren't allowed to bring outside food and drinks, but people were sneaking in food, sneaking in at least drinks.
Oh,
So
I
that
would do that.
that they obvious. But then I heard or I saw from like I know from Ken and Black, he was saying that there was actually water stations where he was, but I don't know if there was. He was saying he didn't know if there was in other rooms.
Right.
But and then I heard other people saying that there was water there. They had like water stations and whatnot there. And Bum was saying in the room that he was put in, there was definitely like a little water station jug thing there, but that shit was like mad hot.
That's
So
not cool.
It's not funny, but it's funny, man. You might want to drink no fucking hot water.
That's not,
I mean,
that's not even.
You gotta do what you gotta do to survive, but it shouldn't be like this, man. It should not be like this, yo. That shit's OD.
Picture drinking hot water voluntarily. Like,
no,
no one. Fucking no one.
I've done it before, but
it's not good.
I was literally like borderline dehydrated, bro. Like I was fucking dying. Like you seen
Is
that?
that when you're in the desert and you bought that bottle of water for like
yeah. You know, you remember that episode of SpongeBob when they was in the jump with Sandy and they was inside the bowl, bro. That's what it felt like, dog. I needed some water, bro. Shit was hot as a bitch, man. Fucking hot water, man. Ow. That just sucks. But yeah, man. I don't know. It's just not a good look. Well, that shit would have happened at Evo. Then all the eyes would have been on that nigga wizard. There'd have been no hiding then.
I mean, it's hard to hard wizard in the first place.
Thank you, Nick, because you already.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
I actually have no rebuttal for that. I'm gonna let that rock. I'm gonna let that rock.
Oh, man.
See, it's that's just crazy, man. I still can't believe anything. That's like a TO's worst nightmares for what just happened at D.T.N. to happen at the event,
everything
bro.
that you would not want to happen as a TO happened at
Happened at that
D.T.N.
event, yeah. Like I'm seeing petitions. There are people that are like shut it down. Like there's people boycotting it.
Damn, I didn't.
Did
I know
you
people
see
were just
that?
like, yo. I know definitely see people like, yo. I'm not coming back to this shit. Like, I've given it my last shot. Blah blah blah. I was like, you should have done that the first
right.
times. But all right, sure.
I probably should have saved the tweets, but I definitely saw a tweet where somebody and they wrote a paragraph in all caps, and at the end that shit like in quotations was like shut it down, like they're done.
Damn.
Like this shit needs to end. And then of course we had the obligatory SKD post, which I mean it was relevant for this. Like it was a shit show, but it's funny that he didn't even attend the event, and it like from a distance it triggered him. Like,
Yeah, right.
like,
Since that, so I was like, damn.
Defend the North had so much power that it triggered him from a distance, bro. Like that's crazy.
North not defended.
That shit is OD, man. Oh my god.
North not defended.
I feel for him though.
Do
I
you?
guess nah, not really. But I guess
do you really?
I guess you got to get your tournament practice somehow, right? And that's why
Yeah, I guess.
Everybody went for Evo practice, and
I guess.
everybody left pretty disappointed.
And Bum was brought it up also on how I think he said he was talking to Fab at some point a while back, when Fab was like, the only good East Coast tournament is CEO. I was like, yeah, that's about right. I'm not against the fact that the only actual good like major tournament right now is CEO on the East Coast. Like, what else is there here right now? Like
East Coast wise, outside of CEO.
Yeah, what do you got? What you got? What you got? Exactly. Exactly.
Good job, EJ. You got him.
Exactly.
Shoot.
Yeah. There isn't. Straight up.
What about the backyard? Is that a good tournament?
It's not a major.
don't know what else funny.
I'm not trolling. I'm being serious, man.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's
I'm
not
being
bad.
serious.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Climax, bro. Yeah, Climax.
Climax just started. All right, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, Climax. I had to think hard as a bitch. Damn.
Yeah, you definitely was like,
oh my
adult
god. Can you stop?
No, I'm being dead ass.
I don't like
Man,
that
You're
shit.
dead ass not paying attention.
Clip.
Climate? I don't know the fuck.
He's not. He's not lying. Like apparently
he's-
apparently they have like a sponsorship by Adult Swim or some shit like that. And I don't like it. I feel like it's unoriginal, but
He clowning me. Don't even know.
that's just me.
Hold that.
I mean, yeah, you don't know a lot, man. That's why we are here for you.
What, you researching it? You bringing it up?
Yeah. Because I got some haters in here.
Yeah, well, you should be up to date.
I don't know what the fuck.
You play these.
I've
You
never
play
been
these.
there. This is they
Play,
had one
you play
tournament.
one of the games that are there.
At Climax, yeah, you do.
They've had one tournament. I've never been to this bitch.
All right, but
No, but
You know.
from the one tournament they've heard, it's definitely a
Yeah.
swing towards what they're doing at fucking D.T.N. It's like night
Yeah.
and day. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
first tournament,
I
they
know.
already accomplished more
And
than
it-
D.T.N.'s done.
Right. In 5 years.
It's crazy, right?
It's actually crazy to think about it, right?
Already got a second one coming up. I actually gotta go buy that shirt. They actually have some pretty we actually put some pretty godlike shirts up for sale for that event. So I actually
I'm not
gotta go
giving
and
no
buy
other
those.
man my money. I refuse to do that.
I mean, that's cool. I like shirts. I like cool shirts.
He
So.
could send us shirts, you know what I mean, for endorsing this tournament on stream. You could feel free to hook us all up with a, you know what I mean, Climax shirt. I even put your ad up, bro. But I'm not paying for it.
He gotta pay you to put that up.
Right. When is the Crash and Net endorsements gonna start? When are we gonna get
Yeah.
like sponsored by Hot Pockets and shit? You know what I mean? They start
Hot-
sending us
Hot-
meals.
This guy.
Yeah, they start sending us meals. Dog. My man had to quench his thirst real quick. You saw the Sprite? Yeah,
I was thinking about them hot
had
pockets.
to obey his thirst, bro. Uh-oh, Climax.
Run the ad.
Oh, this it's a whole ad?
Or
Oh,
no,
no,
let
my
it go.
man! I gave him a view. No! Damn it! Ah, why'd I click on that? I got baited.
You'll survive.
If you don't get this Adult Swim fucking ass,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess it's cool, but it's not. If that makes sense.
but
I know. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Even
like,
though that doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. But I get
it makes totally. It makes a lot of sense. Like, you know what I mean? An
It's
amazing
cool, but
amount
it's
of
not.
sense. Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of feel like we shouldn't even talk about it, but commentary was kind of sus at D.T.N.
It's sus everywhere.
I did not
Yeah, it
hear
was,
any of it outside of Samurai Showdown,
It was
and they
kinda-
were roasting them
shit was
because
kinda
they were so bad. That's all I got.
I feel like they didn't do a screening. I feel like it was volunteer. They were like, "Yo, you want to be?"
Well,
on the back?
yeah, because they let your boy Zerk on Samurai Showdown, and we were just like,
You don't play that game?
exactly.
No, I thought he did.
No, he don't.
Is that Smash
Yeah.
Cypher dude?
Yes,
Hold on, I got the clip.
and I mean, we were definitely inside, like in the South Florida Discord, we were just like, why is this guy on the mic?
Why not?
I mean, everyone else on the mic, I guess.
let me on the mic.
I fuck with Zerk.
I fuck with Spencer Rob.
That's the homie.
I mean, I'm cool with Zerk, but Zerk definitely a mic vulture.
Come on, that mic said, doo doo doo.
Yeah, my man
Said, anyway, Samurai Showdown.
a whole culture vulture though. That's OD. Oh God! If you just type in, if you go to YouTube, right, and you type in Smash, and then you do a space, you type in C, the first thing that comes up is Cypher. That shit's OD, yo. Let me I gotta skip through all the garbage real quick. Gotta get to that fire. Oh, this shit is trash. Why did they do this? You know what we should do? I'm not gonna be involved in it, but you know what I mean? I'll front it, I guess. We should do a CF cipher
No,
and get all these people.
No.
This guy looks like Diddy.
Can you
No.
ghostwrite my bars?
Oh, I got you.
I am
Yeah.
definitely not taking a part in
Yeah,
this.
ghostwrite my bars.
We can get wasted,
No.
juking.
No,
We can get
no,
beta.
get my-
no.
Can we get Mike on it?
Beta,
No.
dude.
I want to see beta dude drop an 8.
I can see Zen. I can see Zen getting on it.
Yeah,
No.
Zen would. Yeah,
He
Zen
definitely
would.
jump on the track.
Beta Rich do the
Give me
fucking
Bojack.
Japanese joint.
Bojack.
A fucking serpent.
Bojack.
DGF.
I do not want to hear a BoJack verse. I'm good on that.
My man
Oh,
just
yeah,
gonna
you want a cipher?
He gonna remix fucking Old Town Road with his white ass.
Yikes.
As long as DGF is there.
Oh, he would definitely get on the
Hey,
track.
real talk. I'm gonna get Tony on this joint.
Tony would definitely get on the track. He'd be wearing his fucking his Cyclops visor, you know. Like,
I feel like BB Beats would be bad though.
I got you, bro. Hold on.
oh, so we got some good ass fire songs at BB. They do like a remix to like a Beaky's theme or some shit. Get motherfuckers on that jump. That jump would be lit. That jump would be kind of lit. Oh damn! I got it all set up, yo. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna hear Zerk speak some truth to us. Definitely gonna hear about some Zerk. All right.
Yeah.
So this,
Yes!
so this is the dude that had commentating Sam show, y'all. I hope everybody
I gotta turn the
enjoys.
tree up. Hold on.
And I'm top tier too. And I'm handing out L's. Come to a block near you. Get the touch of death just like.
Hold on, I gotta go back. I gotta see the silhouette. So why is dude in the back so serious? What is going on?
You literally click anywhere in that video.
There's at least one dude like that. Yo, you see the dude with the Twitch hat on? My man's he looking at Zerk like he about to speak some truth, bro.
You click
He's like,
anywhere in that
bro,
video, the background is gold
Speak
every
some
time.
bars,
This
brother.
shit is strong, man. Hold on.
Like literally, click anywhere.
I gotta
Background
get
always
this.
come on.
All right, so this is the dude that was commentating Sam show.
Wait, you
Unfortunately, Zerk, we can't let you do that. All
Why is
right,
tongue out?
we can't.
I'm about to, hey, real talk. Send me a screenshot of that. I'm about to edit this joint.
Why is his tongue out?
Maybe about to get a whole blunt.
So you know what he about to do?
Can't let you talk about Sam's show, bruh. Sorry. Can't let you do that. How long is this fucking verse, bro? Okay, it's about
Like 30 seconds.
Like 15 seconds. Okay, I'll let it rock. All right, what you got to talk to us about?
Demonetized.
Just like the rest, you get dropped too. Push you to the ledge, your president, what you gon' do? Fuck it, killing you, calling smash cops.
Yeah, real thing. I never noticed
She
that.
told me smash box. You outside like knock. Jimmy say trying to roll with the group.
I'm done. I can't finish this.
He said
I'm
your
sorry.
girl like this black cock in a fucking.
And all white.
My man said you outside like knock. I'm done. I can't, man. All right. Oh, Jesus.
The next verse is Nick.
I gotta close this video, man. Like, you need to stop. You're trying to
Don't tempt me.
yeah, he's trying to you know what I mean? Coerce me into keeping this video active. You know what I mean? He's like,
Low
yeah,
key,
you know, Nick is in the next joke. Like, nah, I'm good on that, man. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh man.
Anyway, can we get some competent commentators, please? Like, please, man.
If it helps, I signed up for commentary at CEO Taku.
That actually makes it worse, but you know what I mean? Like, can we please get somebody competent?
Thanks.
Jesus.
It's like, nah. I'm proud of you. Thank you for taking initiative. I feel like that's the problem. Like, I feel like we have competent people out there, but they're just not taking.
They don't.
initiative
Yeah,
to,
they don't
like-
commentate.
Right. They're not taking
Or
initiative. That's the problem.
they apply and then they get told, oh yeah, we're gonna put fucking isoropy on. I'm like, why?
I mean, that's a part of the problem too. It's
Ain't
like the criteria.
nobody want to hear that.
Right. The criteria that we have for people is bad. And it's like, why are we having people that are actually decent at commentary, submitting commentary roles, but they're getting foreshadowed by people that are terrible?
I saw that Smash commentator TK Breezy talking about that last week, I think, where he was talking about. I don't know if he was talking about himself or someone else, but he was
Right.
like someone, that's really good at commentary, getting looked over for like a known person or known player whose commentary isn't that great. And it's just like,
Basically,
that's the standard.
we're missing out on educated people because they want to put personalities on stream.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
literally what it is. It's a popularity contest. So what the fuck is the point in submitting a commentary role if you're not even going to consider these people?
Right.
You know what I mean? Can we just skip that? Can we just be honest? Like, that's all I want. You know what I mean? If you're really not going to watch these videos, or you're going to put Johnny Donuts and whoever the fuck on stream anyway, at least let us know you're doing that. It's like, yo, don't even submit your shit. Because, we need motherfuckers with followers and shit. We need people with clout. You know, we want the Sajams. We want the Ski Sonics. Like, that's what we want. We don't want to hear nothing from nobody else. Like, we're good on that. Let us know. Because we will stop. Because there are, like, legit people out there that are, like, decent at commentary that are, like, trying. Like, they're trying to improve. And they're not getting a shot. It is what it is. It's like playing and playing college ball and then having your highlight reel and your agent put that shit out there. But they just, you know what I mean? They give the position to somebody else. Like, somebody else off the bench gets drafted. No reel or nothing. It's fucked up. It is what it is. And I can tell you how. Like, you know it's a popularity contest when you've got, like, cosplayers and shit on the mic. Like, I see that all the time. Like,
That seems to be a common thing nowadays.
Like, I mean, it's cool that you play the game. Like, I can't even say that you don't play the game, but, like, your understanding, that's the hang up. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't know, man. That's like during the NBA Finals, they put Kevin Hart on the mic. Like, why? Like, why is he commentating?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's literally the best example I can give you. During the Super Bowl, we put fucking, I don't know, Channing Tatum in the commentator's booth. Like, why? So, oh, well, you know, he's a celebrity. Like, what does that mean? What does that, like...
Trying to hear some football, not celebrity shit.
Oh, man. What does that mean? What does that mean, bro? I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I do not know. So obviously none of us are city. None of us are city of brass. But if you were in this position right now after this event, what would be your course of action moving forward?
Cancel D.T.N.T.
Delete the event.
Figure out what to do from there. So much could be done that should have been done in the past 5 years that could have probably prevented this for the past 4 years.
Right.
And I feel like that's an issue with East Coast tournaments in general that is not Climax and CEO. To be more specific, I guess Big E and Shiblanka.
They're literally the only other two people in the East
Yeah,
Coast.
I'm saying, like, the only ones that you could really, like, even kind of, like, compare to on the East Coast there were, like, I don't know about Big E because I don't really pay attention to if he's, like, tried to improve anything, but, like, coming from me and me being on Twitter, I don't see it. And most of FGC's on Twitter. I don't see him putting up, like, a stream or a questionnaire about what can be improved or putting up a stream about, you know, what was wrong with the event. What can I do to change the event to make it better? Shin Blanca kind of did that on Facebook for Final Round after it, you know, that whole fiasco with Street Fighter V the first year.
Right.
And that didn't really, it kind of improved in the fact that they went to another venue, but at that point the damage was done. So, you know, most people didn't bother coming back because, you know, the last year or two had just been really bad. So, you know, but like, you know, compared to like Jabali, who, you know, literally is trying to make big move. Like, I don't know, every year CEO just grows in its own way because either Jabali wants it to grow, he's trying to make it to grow, or he's actively trying to figure out, you know, if something's wrong with the community or something wrong with CEO, or just, you know, he's actually listening. Like, he's willing to take negative criticism if it means to improve the event. And I feel like Big E and Shin Blanca don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, they want that after they're mad that everyone is mad about something, but like they usually do that only because, you know, everyone's telling them to, like, yo, chill out, calm down. They kind of calm it down a little bit, and then they kind of get level-headed about it. But like, you know, I mean, we've been to Big E and Shin Blanca events. Like, nothing's changed still. I mean, that's literally the reason why I don't really go to NEC anymore, because like nothing's changed. I don't have a reason.
I attended my first Big E tournament in the year of 2008, and it being 11 years later, I can definitely say that when it comes to regards of that in advancement, I mean, I kind of see it. They're slightly better, but it's not. It's not at the rate that it should be.
Yeah, like, for how long it's been around, it should be where CEO is, if not bigger or better.
It was there first.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
was there
That's exactly what I'm
Right.
saying. Like CEO literally grew up from what Jabali always said. He grew up in like a air hangar. This shit's fucking doing wrestling events on the side of it now.
That's actually absurd to think about.
It's
You know what I mean?
ridiculous.
It's kind
Like
of
this
crazy.
this dude legit has gotten like famous wrestling wrestlers to come through, attend the event, enter the tournament, have their own little bit at the tournament. And then and now we're at the point where CEO's theme literally is a wrestling event, and now he's having an actual wrestling event as a side event at the actual tournament. It's like you don't even have to be at the wrestling event, but it's a thing for people because most of FGC likes wrestling, or they kind of relate to wrestling as it is. But even if you aren't even FGC, that's good for non-FGC people who want to see those wrestlers anyway. And it's they're in the state, they're close by. It's a lot more it's a lot more affordable than an actual wrestling event. I'm sure. So then on top of that, you're getting talent that most people don't know or know and you don't see on American soil like ever.
Right.
So, and like I'm literally talking about something that's not even FGC related now. I'm actually talking about something that aids to the fact it's an FGC event. It's a side thing, and it's been going. I don't know how long CEO's been going on. It's been like
10
I think it's
years,
actually about 10 years. 10 years now.
Yeah, that like this CEO, that was the big thing that they were
Yeah,
celebrating. 10
yeah,
years.
there you go. Yeah, so I mean, 10 years. We're at the point where we're talking about co-working on the side with big wrestling names as just an extra event. It doesn't even have to be done. It's just an extra event so that people can have more of an incentive to do something that isn't FGC related at the event and have non-FGC people come through to experience a wrestling event. And if they feel like they want to see the FGC event, they can. I mean, what's Big E and Shin Blanca doing? Same old status quo. I mean, literally same old status quo. Nothing's changed. Nothing's happening. They try to make improvements. The improvements are kind of there, but not enough to be saying like, yeah, I'm gonna go back next year. I'm gonna come back next year because such and such. Like Coma actually put this in a good way. The only thing that's actually going up is the prices.
This is true.
Like, we're paying more for the same thing.
Yes,
or
for the same fucking product, bro.
We're literally paying more for the same event that we got 2 years ago or 3 years ago, except now we have a stage with lights.
Yeah. Why is there or nah. I almost said something really fucking funny. Why is there inflation in the FGC, bro? Like, why is that a thing? Like, I'm pretty sure we talked about that on the pod before when it comes to like venue fees and stuff like that. I can understand it for like what we're getting at Combo Breaker, what we're getting at CEO and all that stuff, but like you were saying with these other events, it doesn't make sense for the price to be inflating, but we're literally getting the same product. Like, we're not getting anything different, My sentiment on the whole thing, as far as a reaction to it and where City of Brass should go from here, is if he wants to throw another event, my personal like advice to him would be is to, for one, acknowledge everything that went wrong. Like, have some sort of statement, not necessarily with like the death, but like in regards to all the stuff that happened at D.T.N.T,
all the negatives,
like the fucking terrible pool runners, the stream schedule being fucked up, you know what I mean, hotel issues, like all that, fucking conflicting pools, the way the medals look, like, you know what I mean, have some type of statement, apology, whatever you want to call it, where you address like, yeah, make us know, like us the consumer, let us know that you fucked up. After that, I would immediately terminate it. Like, that name is tainted now. Yeah. Anytime somebody hears the name Defend the North, they're gonna think about the guy dying. You know what I mean? Like, it's a tainted name now, right? Literally, I can compare this to, surprisingly, and the only reason that this worked out was the Note 7 situation with Samsung, right? So when they exploded, I thought going forward, they weren't going to call the Note series that anymore. I thought they were going to call it the Plus series or something.
Right.
Or the Essential series. I thought they were going to change the name. Well, granted, they came back as still the same name, but that's only because they had clout from the previous Notes. It was a good phone. You know what I mean? But we've got a product that's been tainted since it started. The name is tainted. We don't want to be involved in anything and like Defend the North anymore. It needs to go.
Throw it out. Throw it out.
So scrap that tournament. Take all the negative stuff and the criticism that happened from Defend the North, make a new tournament, start all the way over, call it something else, logistically make it right. Like, put the effort in to make it the best tournament you can possible. Start off small. You don't have to throw 30 fucking tournaments. You know what I mean? All the main games. A 5-game tournament. Like, start off small. Do that. Call it something else. Try to get as many people as you can out to it. Put the effort into it. And if it's a great tournament, you know what I mean? You can build up from there. You'll have a better reputation. But Defend the North is done. Like,
Yeah,
it's
literally everything you were just saying. Literally the same thing Bum says. I'm like, you watch that video, you'll relate a lot to it. You'll relate a lot to everything that Bum's saying, because like everything you're pretty much saying right now and throughout this podcast we've been talking about literally the same thing Bum's saying. So it's like it's not like it's rocket science. It's just common logistics sense, like common logistics / business sense that wasn't put into practice.
Right. Yeah. You know
it's not a new formula. It's been around for many decades, for millenniums.
Like, it's one thing to serve the consumer some shit that's some shit, right? But you're trying to serve the consumer some shit that they don't want. And that, you know what I mean? If anything, it's going to burn a hole in your pocket. You know what I mean? This is going to come back and fire on you. So you got to, like, figure it out. You got to just scrap that shit, start all the way over, dog. It's literally like the N-Gage, man. Like, they came out with that thinking, well, honestly, I think that idea was ahead of its time, but that's besides the point. But they came out with a cell phone that was designed as a video game console, and it bombed. Nobody fucking wanted that shit. Like, it was what it was, you know what I mean? But the people that were behind it scrapped the idea and got with other cell phone companies, and now look at where we are with the advancement of smartphones. Like, you know what I mean? There's a way to go about things. It's just, unfortunately, the product that we have right now is really fucking bad. So, you gotta... I don't know, man. Gotta evolve.
Start fresh.
Gotta evolve, man. Shit, get help. Cause I'm sure he has a staff of people, but now at where we are with majors now, right? Especially if you're, I can't even see. It sucks. I can't even say it's an up and coming major because it's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's been 5 years.
You know what I mean? But if you are an up and coming major, there are people out there that are successful enough for you to be able to get help. Like, not everybody out there is an asshole. Okay. Because I can even say with, like, Northwest majors, like, you know, the dude that runs that tournament, he's pretty friendly, too. Like, you know what I mean? There's people out there that you can reach out to for help, for shit like this. Like, you know what I mean? Collaborate. You know, we're literally, like, in MCU mode. We're not doing solo films anymore.
Yeah.
You have to have at least 2 heroes in the film, bro.
Yeah,
like,
we're
you know what I
past
mean?
that
One
point
is
now.
not enough. Like, one is not fucking enough. It's time for the cameos. I'm speaking to you, too, Wizard. Because you trying to, you know what I mean? You trying to Superman that shit.
That's a lost cause.
Like, definitely a lost cause. It's way too big to help at this point. Like, the big ass problem. If anything, I'm waiting for one of these other tournaments to like actually put like Omega Juice in it to take the spot. That's all we need.
Pretty much.
What sucks about it though is I don't know. I definitely don't think it would be CEO or Combo Breaker because both of those tournaments have their own niches. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, CEO is like the wrestling tournament, and then Combo Breaker is like, you know, the Omega tournament, as UFGT was back in the day.
Right.
But a solidified, like, if they were to like combine powers, right, and do like some like mega championship in the fall, then that would be it.
Kind of like how TFC is supposed to be like Big E and Blanca kind of collabo kind of thing.
We thought it, like, when they first advertised it, we thought it was going to be Evo East.
Yeah,
the way they were saying it, and then like after the first one, we were like, damn, we were so fucking stupid for believing this.
I mean, getting Evo East.
The first one was actually really good. I don't know what happened after that. We never get that Evo East.
I thought what was it? I thought TFC or not TFC. What's it called? TCW. I thought TCW was that. Where Dr. Aquaman at? Where he at, man? You too busy commentating MK11.
The Commonwealth.
Yeah, when is that coming?
Or yeah, that's crazy. It's just like Civil War, the successor to Civil War.
Son, he did not ask Robin to say that. I remember Robin was pissed. Oh, like, yo, I asked Robin, I was like, bro, did you give him your condolences, man? Yeah, I mean, you gave him your blessing. He's like, fuck no, he can talk to me. I was like, all right.
notice that slogan was hella gone the next year.
Yeah, you knew better, man. That shit was fucked up, and the tournament was ass. Yeah,
it was there.
Yeah, I'd say it. So I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I could drive down to Virginia Beach. And I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna chill right in this fucking couch right here. I'm gonna watch this shit.
Yeah, I was there.
I said, yep, I dodged the bullet on this one. 3-hour trip, I'd have been omega salty.
To Virginia Beach?
Yeah, from my house, it's like, yeah, 3.5. From
Yeah,
my-
because you're like right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like a 4 or 5 hour trip for me.
That's fucking rough.
Great because I got the freaking DPS dudes to drive me, and then they like covered all my stuff, and I got like a free room, and then I took somebody else's registration, and I got to play for free. So,
And that's still not enough to comp, like, you know what I mean?
Doug, I TO'd like 2 brackets, and I was like, Doug, this sucks ass. I was like, I don't want to be here.
That shit. Well, at least I don't know. At least he had the sense to stop that shit. But he went his other way. Like, you know, his his way of making a comeback was commentating. So I mean, I guess I could respect Mr. Aquaman for that. But I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Dumpster fire tournaments, it's crazy. It's hard out here for a tournament. It's fucking hard, bro. I should just I should sell the rights to Waifu Wars to one of you guys. You should try to like make a major out of it or something, because I'm not doing that shit. I'm done with that life. Fuck T.O.ing. That shit is a blow up. It is not for everyone. Not for everyone. Let's see where we're at. We at 140. Anything else fucking go on outside of D.T.N.? D.T.N. was like such a huge thing this weekend that, you know, between that and the Heat, it was like, I don't know. I didn't really see anything else pop off. That was crazy like that.
Well, CEO Taku early numbers dropped. If you want to talk about that.
So they dropped?
Yeah, early numbers registration.
Ooh. Well, I mean, to be fair with that, wasn't last year the Dragon Ball team one?
Yes.
And Dragon Ball was like a huge thing, so I kind of feel like that's part of it. But
No, not the actual numbers themselves. I mean, like the actual the ranking of the numbers, not the numbers themselves.
Yeah. Can somebody pull it up, please? Because
Yeah,
I definitely saw the early rankings that CF was over BB Tag.
Yeah, it's like,
that made me
whoa.
happy.
It's like, slow down.
That
I
made
ain't talking
me-
about the actual numbers.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I'm like, bro,
I know. I was talking
too
about
early.
talking about the number rankings.
Yeah, all I saw was that CF was over BB Tag, and a big ass smile went on my face. I was like, yes, we're doing the right thing, guys. Thank you. Said right where it should be.
Let me get it real quick here. All right.
I think what the fuck was number 1? I think it was Guilty Gear.
Yeah, Guilty Gear's
Wow.
first, Under Night second, Samurai Showdown's third, BBCF's fourth. I'm gonna drop it in.
Son, Sam
I would
Show's
drop
an
it in the
anime
chat.
game?
I'm dropping the chat. I mean, he asked who wanted it. I mean, of course, I'm gonna say I wanted it.
I don't want it. It's not an anime. That's just not anime.
More anime than Marvel.
Did they decide
That's
if it
true.
was?
I agree with that.
main game
I'm
or
not
side
even gonna lie to you with that. What Marvel?
Sam show?
What about it?
So you put that like little questionnaire thing was like, oh, should we include Street Fighter, Sam Show, blah blah blah, all them games, and
Fuck
then
Street
everyone's
Fighter.
like,
Sam-
they're like, I don't
Sam-
know. I'm fine with it being a side game, but they gotta be in like the fucking doo doo ass part of
I
like.
mean,
right.
that's what
Sam
they do
Show-
with Marvel.
Sam Show is probably a main game because it's number 3.
I mean,
think
they
they
obviously
consider
do,
it anime.
they do that with Marvel 3. They put Marvel 3 like, remember that first year Marvel 3 was ever see Otaku? They put that shit all the way in the corner.
They did the same shit with MCI too.
Yeah.
That joint was right in the butt.
Yeah, I'm fine with it as long as it's not in the main ballroom. That's the
Are
only
you
thing.
are
I'm
you talking
fine-
about regarding Sam Show?
any game that's not an anime game?
Samurai Shodown's anime. What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me?
Is it?
Are you crying crazy?
There's no Air Dash in Sam Show.
It needs to be 2D.
double jump. There's double jump.
It needs to be 2D.
Double jump. The tri jumps.
Son, I got double jumps to Street Fighter.
Who has double jump in Street Fighter?
Ibuki,
No, she don't.
she got the glide.
That's not a double jump.
It's close enough.
Shit.
Well, it's not.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I like that.
It's a complete out.
Close enough.
Viper had a super jump.
That's not a double jump.
I mean, it's like a jump and a half, so
Yeah. double jump.
It's pretty close.
yeah, close enough.
Oh, Chun-Li's got a double jump. And Vega.
No,
Off the wall, bro. That's double jump.
Yeah,
that's not a double jump. That's
It
tri
is
jump.
a tri
jump.
jump. Whoa, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Magneto. we got try dashes and now we got try jumps. I mean, it's
Definitely don't got tri jumps because we want to like put it in that sense. Then all the characters that dive kick have one.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put it that way, this character Samurai Shodown had that.
Yeah,
so,
Colleen has a double jump.
Yeah, she actually does.
The ice bitch. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
It's just not
She got an
anime.
air dash.
Yeah, Sancho's not anime. Yeah, shout out to Black Pino. For the
More
save.
anime than Street Fighter.
Son, that shows how long I played Street Fighter 5. Like
Yeah.
Wasn't even around for that.
Son, if it wasn't season 1, I don't fucking know, man. Like, it is what it is. Damn. So yeah, we got Rev 2 number 1, Eunice 2nd, Sam Show 3rd, BBCF 4th. That's all that matters. And then we got the other dude. We got BB Tag at 5th, Skullgirls at 6th, GVZ at 7th, Melty Blood at 8th. Or what? No, Million Arthur at 8th. Melty
Let's
at
let's
9th,
go.
and
Fucking Skullgirls.
in dead last DFCI.
Okay, don't disrespect. Okay.
I didn't make the list.
No one
I'm just reading-
disrespected.
Right, I'm just reading.
Yeah, to say dead last.
It's
down.
time. Yo, you better get a Jabali neck, boy.
Calm
I
down.
will.
You better,
I will. I'm gonna punch him.
You better grab
No, he
his
probably
Achilles or whatever the fuck he messed up.
He probably
Better
put me
grab
through a
it, man.
table. I can't do that.
My man's, you probably go over to Jabali house, go in his garage, there are mad tables in there, bro. My man,
There is?
he just be practicing. He just be practicing his leg drop.
I'm about to just do this house, steal his freaking extreme machine. Be
Oh
like,
my
thanks.
god, this dude probably got a wrestling ring in his fucking bathroom, bro. So-
This corner,
There's
the heavy shit.
There's no escaping this shit, dog. This motherfucker come over and be like, "Hey, you try to come over and play some games, Kyle?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, come to that jump." I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck is all this wrestling shit, dude?"
My man, you gotta ring the bell when you walk in the house.
He said you try to get a match in. I'm like, "In what? Like, what are you talking about?"
You gonna try to wrestle me?
Oh my god! So I would fucking shoot this guy. Don't play with me. Like, I'm not wrestling with you, man.
He said, we gotta wrestle, man. He said,
Right?
nope.
I'm gonna grab the strap. Like, look, you better not touch me, man. Like, you better not touch me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that'd be his last. Oh my god. Whew. But anyway, I think the most surprising thing to come out of this list is that Rev 2 is the first, like. Of
I think
all
that
the
makes
games.
sense.
Over Eunice?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
That's crazy. Like, these motherfuckers really want another version.
Like for Rev 2 and BB to be relatively high up there for Sea Otaku makes sense. I feel like for those two games, we wait for Sea Otaku because for I know for CF at least.
It's like the biggest tournament. For
Yeah,
that
like
game,
it's
yeah.
our time. Like it's our tournament right now.
That's true.
Rev 2, I mean Florida alone, there's a lot of Guilty Gear players down here. And I feel like a lot of the Guilty Gear players just love Sea Otaku.
Between Florida and like the Midwest, those are where the majority, and a little bit like there's a dot in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the West Coast that we're playing, it kind of fell off. Like there are too many people. It's like maybe 4 or 5 people now, like that are like really good at.
Yeah, it
Rev
seems
that play.
primarily it is like East Coast
Mhm.
for Rev 2 now, primarily.
Cause even like the north, the Northeast and shit, like it's nowhere near as big as it was. You know what I mean? If you remember, that's all like TSB and shit was about was this year, and the scene declined, like omega decline.
They really must hate this version.
Yeah, it's bad, man. Like I feel for these Guilty Gear players because they've been playing this shit for like the past 2.5 years now. They've been stuck with it.
Yeah, they just kind of been stuck.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. Cheers to possibly hearing something in Evo, I guess. I do not have my hopes up for that game though.
Nah,
I doubt it.
I'm sure they hear something. Just if it's not an Evo, I guarantee you something's happening. Like,
Oh yeah, we're gonna get an announcement for something, but
Yeah.
I just saying that I doubt that it's Guilty Gear. I really doubt that it's Guilty Gear.
Persona 5, let's go.
Yo, shout outs to fucking Dragon Ball being 7th, dog. That game, what a fall.
Yeah,
off.
that game's honestly dropped off, and it's rough. I think it's still in a good spot with the players playing, but
Right.
yeah, that
Like,
game's numbers definitely have
It definitely gets. It definitely has a scene, and it definitely gets the support from the players that play the game. So like, it's still relevant. I wouldn't say that the game. Like, I hate the term. We've already been over this. That the game
Yeah.
is dying. It's definitely not dying,
it's definitely not.
but it's definitely not what people projected it to be. Like,
I was also saying earlier because Euchre was trying to like point out stuff on like why this and that, and then he was saying that he brought the whole thing with the whole maybe DBFZ and BB Tac were dying. I'm like, they're not dying. So the problem with DBFZ right now is that their tour got announced, but they don't know where the event's at. So I'm sure like half of those people probably don't want to commit.
I
If
feel like
you
that's
know,
a Arx's problem.
I
'Cause
mean,
it's the
yeah,
same
but
shit.
I'm
Why,
just
why the
saying,
fuck
like,
do we have
I'm
only
just
two
saying,
events
like,
in the
literally,
fucking Arc Revo tour in the U.S.?
they legit just announced like the tournament for the I guess it was a European tournament, the one that just happened, like versus
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. I remember that.
Literally like a week before it happened, they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, so this is a tour. This is a tour tournament. And you're just like, why was this just announced? Like, why didn't y'all tell us well ahead of time? You would tell us a week before where nobody can possibly go now if they had, if they had thought about going. Like, you're telling us a week beforehand and nobody's going to go. Like, because no one knows.
I feel like we could have an entire pod on just like how fucked up like organization is on these tours. Because
we should.
Can we honestly say that there's a single tour that's actually like successful?
Tekken.
It's not though because of the payout situation. Like it's a fucking shit show.
Is it really bad though? I mean, they're still getting paid.
Yeah, like they are, but like, son, there are people that are winning majors, like one major, getting more money than the person that wins the entire tour. That's fucking retarded.
To be fair, though, that's a problem with the FGC as a whole.
Yeah, but like Namco's behind that. You know what I mean? Like
they
they're
are
gonna be like they need to put up. Like I know Tekken so well, we don't need to look at the numbers for that.
But we're not talking about the payout. We're talking about how well it's ran.
Yeah, I mean you're right. But I'm saying I'm saying a logistically sound like tour, like all around, FGC wise.
I mean, I'm still gonna say Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken's probably the best one.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say Tekken's the one that's kind of got it right. Like,
it still
despite
has a share of problems, though.
Despite the money issue, it's still well ran better. I think this season they're doing the online events, which I haven't heard any issues with. Which I've heard nothing but well, I wouldn't say nothing but issues, but it's not as smooth on the Street Fighter side with stuff like that. But like with the Tekken, you don't necessarily have to go to the majors and the events to get points. You can, you if you run a local, like weekly or monthly or something like that, and I think you like register it to like a Tekken World Tour or whatever, it adds point. The points are added to the person who's who get the placing, which I thought was pretty cool. I haven't heard any issues with it, but it seems to be working out relatively fine.
Right.
So, so it's cool for the group of people who can't really go out to events or doesn't have the greatest of online or don't want to play online. You can at least do locals that are at least included in that to kind of get some points. So I thought that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't even want to get started on the Capcom Pro Tour.
Oh well, that's a mess.
That shit is a whole shit show. But I would definitely say that in dead last right now, it's definitely Arxis with both their teams.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That it is. You remember how hype everybody got at Evo for this shit too? And I knew, man. I was like, something don't smell right.
And now look at everybody. We're just like, what's going on?
They're fucking sick. They're salty. Hold that.
Yeah.
Hold that. Y'all wanted to get so excited to have a reason to play CF again. And look at you. You're not supporting the fucking tour. And you're not playing CF.
That's the thing that kills me the most. Like everyone's like, yo, why is the CF being streamed? Like, why aren't you playing the game though?
Right. I mean, give them a reason to, dog. Oh, stop. I need to get off this tweet. Goodness.
Yeah, I don't think there's any outside of Tekken. I don't think any of the tours are relatively ran well or promoted well. Trying to think, like Tekken is probably the one that does the most out of everything, but then like even Capcom hasn't really been promoting it that much, if at all, after they announced it this season. I feel like they've been more focused on the Street Fighter League, which I don't know how much people pay attention to that now. I know most are paying attention to it now because I guess they're voting for season 2 players or something. But like, I don't know how many people actually watch Street Fighter League.
Apparently, I guess it has a reach to some people because there are people that aren't really involved or brand new to the FGC that are starting to recognize some of the players on it. So I guess it has reach for the newer generation. I know I haven't been paying attention to it.
I haven't,
because it's like, to me, it reminds me of like a lesser E-League.
Yeah.
It's like
and even then I was reading because apparently the Japanese Street Fighter League is different, or I guess the mentality among the players are different, which is not a surprise. But I think they have a little more freedom because they have arcades. I think they have like I think they kind of have like a point system or something like that, kind of like how Tekken does with their locals getting points and whatnot. I don't know what it is, but I know that I see like the teams of three. It'll talk about like the teams of three for Street Fighter League and how they go to arcades to actually play in the tournaments to get points, and how some of those three players go to other arcades to try and like get more points and snipe more points. So it seems a little more I don't know, competitive as opposed to I guess it's more competitive because everyone's able to join as opposed to it's a player, it's a few players who get picked out.
Notable people.
Yeah, the same notable people you always see anyway getting picked out. It's a little more involvement with with people who you don't always see in the Japanese side, I guess.
Yeah,
So.
I feel like, especially with like the league tournaments,
Mhm.
it would probably be better if instead of us having the same 6 or 7 people that we see all the fucking time, that it's a vote in for up and comers. Like,
I mean, that's what
or,
people
like,
want it to be. They want it to
that's
be
what it
more
should
so for
be.
like
Can
people
we,
who.
can we give these other people a shot? Why are we giving people shots? For
Yeah,
bad shots?
yeah. Like I was looking at the list of the people who voted, and I'm just like,
Number 1 right now is Guilty.
yeah. I was like, yo, why
Like,
is Guilty
she was on fucking E League.
literally Guilty's everywhere already? Like, does she really need to be in Street Fighter League also?
Like the
Like-
top 5, like out of the top 5 people that were nominated, I think the only person that deserves a spot is fucking Jibbo.
Yeah, that's not like
Everybody else is like people that have either been on shit already or they're already notarized. Like come on,
I feel like out of all those people, definitely Jibbo is probably someone who probably needs more recognition for everything that he does do for as long as he's been around. And then like I saw the other, like I was like I'm a little biased towards like Sherry and Jibbo, but like Sherry is already doing her own thing with the international
right.
thing, which is I mean like actually really great. But like we already know Guilty's been in like everything. Who else? I think the when I checked earlier, I think that Laura chick Maureen snuck in and put Neon out. And then the other person behind her, I think, was the dude Tommy Two Step, who I remember he was in the Red Bull Conquest.
Yep.
But the only reason why I would want him is because his video actually was hilarious. I thought his video was actually one of the better videos for entry compared to everyone else.
Right.
But the other the others there, like Guilty, I was just like, why is Guilty? Like I haven't heard anything on Guilty for like ever.
Yeah, she hasn't been doing nothing like I can say for at least the last 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, and it's just like, where did this come from? And I just feel like there's other people that are in they're entered that should have a shot. Like I mean, like we've already seen Arturo, we already seen Guilty, we already seen half of those people that are like already entered, and I understand that they're players and everyone has a shot, but it's just like, yo, like we see these people get shots all the time, literally all the time. We see them get shots all the time at majors. We can see them get shots at every other event that's not the Street Fighter League. I want to see new up and coming faces, and it doesn't look like that's really happening again. So
yeah, Street Fighter is just a backwash of recycled shit anyway. We got the same players, we got the same characters. We're not getting no update. Like it is what it is at this point. I think honestly they don't give a fuck. Like at this point, nobody.
I mean, it's whatever.
Nobody higher up gives a shit about it. They're probably already thinking about Street Fighter 6. No,
like,
that's probably where we're at right now.
I honestly haven't been paying attention to Street Fighter, so I can't really say too much. But I mean, I definitely like the people that are on that list of like top 10 vote wise. I definitely know or at least heard of their names. So like as I made a tweet about it the other day. I was like, I would rather see Guilty out in favor of like Tommy Two Step or Marine or Nigel or Princess Slim or someone that people you don't normally see, or they've actually been like improving or stepping it up or been seeing a little more lately that you don't see all the time.
Right.
And it's just like, yo, we'll see Guilty again somewhere else, which we all know. You know, we'll see Sherry in a sense with her doing her you know, with her international visa thing, which is really great. I mean, I can't say it's not. Like, that's an amazing thing that no one's really tackled. You know, Jibbo, yeah, you'll always see Jibbo, which is a good thing, but I think people should see more of Jibbo because he's a lab rat, and that's something that I think people not really secretly appreciate, but they appreciate all the work that Jibbo does, considering he doesn't like the game. So for him to stick with the game and still be able to kind of lab it out and still find some type of enjoyment out of it, like, I mean, that's the type of people that you kind of, yeah, that's kind of type of people I personally you would think you would want around. But then, you know, I looked through the list to see who else is there outside the top 10, and I mean, you'll see some people you've probably seen more than once, but there's a lot of new faces that you generally haven't seen. And it just kind of sucks that, you know, it's a voting process and most of the people are kind of voting for the same old status quo people.
Well, scene's full of sheep, so
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it is what it is at that point. Yeah, I mean, oh goodness. Well, now we've got about a minute left in the show. I'm gonna do a very quick.
Oh damn! Wow.
Yeah, it's all good. We're gonna do a really quick weekend rollout. So if you're in the DC area this weekend, Otakon is going on, so that's definitely a thing.
I didn't know.
Otakon is this weekend.
Yeah.
So they kind of lucked out because if it was last weekend, they would have got fucking scorched. Like, but
God, spot me $70.
I haven't been to Otakon in I don't know how long.
So
Otakon hasn't been good in so long.
last time I went was in high school.
Yeah, Otakon hasn't been good in so long.
So, yeah, but that's the thing. The new Tarantino film drops tomorrow. I'm hearing mixed things on it.
What even is the new one?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh.
With Leonardo
that's right.
DiCaprio.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I did see a trailer on that one. I think I would just see Midsommar.
Yeah. So that's the thing for the box office. Probably gonna make a lot of money, even though it's getting lukewarm reviews.
Yeah, it's Tarantino.
Because it's a Tarantino film.
They got a BB Cross tag cap, a Dragon Ball cap, and a Soul Calibur cap at the arcade.
What are you talking about?
Oda.
Why do we need to know that?
I felt like
They got,
I felt like we did. I felt.
what
It's
they
not
got?
gonna make me come. So
I mean, I know it's not gonna make you. I'll show up.
Hey, Kyle, they got 2 Sound Vortexes. Let's go.
I don't play that game.
Is Anthony bringing my mic?
Better tell Mike. Play that.
All the autists ruined it for you.
That sound Voltex shit.
They got an
Yeah.
ICP machine. Fuck out of here.
Can we celebrate the fact that Florida's getting a round 1? Shout outs to Nick with the tip.
Pretty much
Yay!
at this point. At this point, if you don't have a round 1, there's probably one being built near you. At this
I mean,
point.
especially now because they're
Everyone's
like
pretty much
they're really ramping it up.
Yo, let's hurry up. Like, that's just actually like the spot that they're doing it at is like 20 minutes from my house. So
Same here, bro.
I would drive out there every day.
They're actually
to
building
get back
a
into
round 2
DDR.
right outside my house right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Okay. All right.
That's
Yeah.
great.
It's got
Did
like.
you lose the first round?
It's got nah. Basically, it's got everything a round 1 has, but it's got like a rock climbing wall and it's got a helicopter and like superheroes and shit.
A whole climbing wall?
Yeah.
To get rid of the bowling alley, or do you have to climb through the bowling alley?
The bowling alley's underneath in the basement.
Jesus,
Yeah.
that's next
They've
level.
also, in between the basement and the actual top floor, they've got a firing range. And then, yeah.
Do you know how many of these freaking sweaty music nerds are gonna be like, oh my god, what's that upstairs? I can't concentrate on my MAs.
They're gonna have to,
Look,
if they
I'm
do
just-
that-
I'm just happy there's another spot I can actually play DDR because it's been dry ever since Versus got rid of their machine.
I'm
Yeah, well-
surprised that DDR is still a thing.
It's
Like,
it's really big down here.
This dude Konami, bro, they are like literally grasping at teeth to keep this fucking franchise alive.
Did you
bro.
see the new exclusive America songs they're putting in?
Wow.
I seen that.
That's what killed DDR.
Are they putting in Old Town Road?
They're putting in Party Rock Anthem.
Jeez.
That's like fucking 5-6
10
years
years
late,
ago?
dog.
More than that.
They should put that shit in Dance Rush. I feel like it'd be better
They
in that
should.
game.
They should.
It'd be better in Dance Rush than fucking DDR.
Gangnam Style and Dance Rush.
I'm surprised that fucking.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't. Why hasn't that been pumping up?
What? I know we
Oh,
talking about.
Yeah, we don't play that game.
I didn't say we played it. I said why wasn't it in there?
We
I
can't
don't know,
talk
man.
about.
Korea's the new Japan. I don't know. Talk to them.
Damn.
No, like on the real. Like if you talk to Americans now, like what Japan was 10 years ago to us, that's what Korea is now.
Yeah.
Like it's
Not
crazy.
surprised. I'm not
fucking-
surprised.
You know what I mean? Not to say that I don't like anybody Korean, but I fucking hate that place. Like it is what it is, yo. I feel like it's overhyped. Like people need to relax. Like calm themselves. Calm themselves. There are other countries that are pretty great out there that aren't in the Asian aspect. Just saying.
This is very true.
Just fucking saying, bro.
Hey, Kyle, you trying to go to Macedonia?
I don't know what the fuck that is, and I'm afraid of it.
Well,
I'm not trying to get some Macedonian pussy.
Nah, I'm good on that. I want to get with them Aussies though. I want to see what's going on down in the land down under. You know, yeah.
You trying to get bit?
I'm not
That's
getting bit by nothing.
by some super spiders.
That only happens to the Caucasian people out there. Like the black people, they know where to go.
I'm about to look up Australian spiders and just send it to you.
What? Dog, I've seen them. Them just as big as dogs.
Yes,
That's what's up. I'm proud of them. They ain't messing with me.
mutated spiders.
That's that human shit. But anyway, yeah, that's your weekend rollout. I know one thing that we did not talk about today that I'll probably talk about next pod is all the news from Comic-Con. Comic-Con happened last weekend. Fuck, how did I miss that? We got so absorbed in the blow up that is D.T.N. that I literally lost like track of my life. Like,
You're going to join D.T.N. edition.
what did you say?
You're gonna call the stream title D.T.N. edition.
I'm gonna call it D.T.N.T. Like,
Blow up.
yeah. You get it. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do our shout outs today. Go ahead and start us off, EJ.
Hermit_Ernest, follow that shit.
All right.
See y'all.
Greg.
Twitter at Mekashinoni. Twitch at Mekashinoni. A lot of been playing a lot more Samurai Showdown on Twitch, and I might start ramping up CF since people seem to want to start playing CF again down here, outside of the two people who play down here. So that's probably going to be start happening again for prep for Sea Otaku.
I was gonna train in mode on Monday and then I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't honestly. I've been taking a break from CF just because I can only training mode bullet so much. Like I can't at this point. I have to play people.
No, I respect that though.
And then the Instagram at Mecha Shin. Oh no, I think it's Mecha Oni. I think
It's one of those.
Yeah, one of those. Try one of those.
You'll find it. Nick.
Just follow me on Twitter at Nick.
That's not your handle.
Sorry, you just sent me some Yoda shit. Just follow me on Twitter at Nick T Stone, and you can follow me on Twitch. I'm good. That's just a Twitter. Everything's there. I can't do it.
Y'all already know the boy. You know what I mean? All my shit's down below. You can go ahead and click on that. I want to give a quick shout outs to everybody in the audience. Shout outs to the comic kids. Shout outs to the baby mamas. Shout outs to the crackheads. Shout outs to the people out there that don't have a job, that are striving to get a job but can't get a job. And shout outs to water.
Stay hydrated.
Why is that the thing?
Stay hydrated, baby.
Yeah, there you go. There's definitely not water in that cup.
It's definitely water.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, from all of us here at Crash Net, man, y'all have a good week. See you same time, same place next Wednesday. Archive uploaded on Friday. We are out this motherfucking bitch. Hell, weren't you supposed to make us an outro?
Yeah, speaking of that, EJ, you're not putting your skills to work right now, man.
I don't know if it was EJ. Somebody was like, yeah, I could do a little joke with everybody's Twitter and all that on there.
Oh, EJ.
Who said that? Somebody on here said that.
You put that on me. You said it, man.
Like, yeah,
EJ, where's
that
the
shit.
graphic?
Somebody said that last week.
We need a graphic, man. We need a graphic to put up
everybody
when